Tonight, we usher in the new generation of EcoFlow. The countdown has finally arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited, proud and thrilled to be presenting and premiering for the first time ever the EcoFlow Delta 3, the brand new best in class from the most powerful series, their brand new iteration that is, quite frankly, more versatile, more powerful, more capable than it has ever been before. For those of you that have been with us for the past 6 years, you know that EcoFlow has reinvented the way we think about portable power, backup power, emergency power. If ever there's a situation and the power goes out, everything goes out. The lights go out, the heater stops working, the refrigerator stops, all the food's gonna spoil. We know we need to have power. And 6 years ago, when EcoFlow launched on HSN and has quickly become, let me tell you, the #1 most desirable brand in America today, they reinvented the way we think about power. This that you are seeing is their brand new version. And we have an exclusive offer on HSN to make sure it's the most affordable it's gonna be. I wanna take you through the options, and then we're gonna dive deep into the new things, the upgraded features, and all the reasons why every home, every condo, every apartment, every townhouse, every family in America should most definitely have backup power. First things first, you can choose this to get the EcoFlow with what's beside me, which is the trolley. I'm so pleased the team did this. You know, this weighs under 30 pounds and it is portable. You've got the helper handles, but if you don't want to move this from room to room, you don't have to. Right beside me over here is going to be that trolley. The trolley allows you to place it there and to wheel it. We might go from the kitchen to the living room. We were powering the refrigerator. Now we're going to the living room to power the television and the internet and the laptop. Love that we're including that. The bundle is also available, which means you get the EcoFlow, the trolley, and the solar panel. Why is the solar panel important? The solar panel means you can always keep this charged. You can always keep this powered using simply the rays of the sun. It's free, sustainable energy. Now, to put it in perspective, the solar panel normally retails anywhere from $450 to $699 for the solar panel. We're including it in the bundle, and the bundle is only $100 more. So that is by far the best value for money. There's a lot to discuss. I suppose, though, we should start at the very beginning. When you talk about backup power, the thing that always comes to mind is a classic generator. A generator that is big, that is bulky, that has to live outside, that is messy, that is noisy, that is hard and not user-friendly. In fact, our good friend, Mr. Justin Hyatt, is outside right now with one of those old world, old style generators. Justin, my friend, I'm thrilled to see you. It is a huge night, a huge launch. Boy, oh boy, this technology is continuing to evolve in huge ways.
We talked about it before. This is innovation. Isn't this where it begins? Isn't this where we think it's always just started? This is the only option. A gas generator. I want you to know this is what I just pulled out of my garage just tonight. Under 3 feet of water just a few weeks ago from that hurricane. I couldn't get it out of the garage, bring it to the house. This is where it all starts. You know what else this needs? It needs gas. It needs propane. And a lot of you don't own one of these. Why? Because you can't have one in your apartment. You can't have one in your condo. If I was to just go ahead and wipe, you could see all of the mud and dirt. You know, one of the very interesting things is it also sometimes needs a battery. This battery was dead. Couldn't even jump start it. Couldn't get this generator going. The only thing that I was able to rely on is what? Something that we call a disruptor, something that's new, something that's innovative, EcoFlow. You know what I like about my EcoFlow? It's mobile. I don't have to worry about it just sitting in a garage. I don't have to worry about going outside in the middle of a hurricane. While that was under 3 feet of water, I can go ahead and grab my Delta 3 that can be right here inside of my car. So when we think about something that is also backup power, it's not just for emergencies like for a hurricane, but it's also for the fun stuff. Weighing only 28 pounds, I can take this now, and Adam was just talking about it. We have our trolley, our Delta 3, 28 pounds, put it right here in my trolley, and then wheel it over here so that we can actually enjoy what we're investing in. Now, we've invested in this for what? Yeah, for those backup and emergency moments and times, but when we want to be able to enjoy it, Why wouldn't we start right here, outdoors? Just wheeling it right over here to what I've got, which is kind of like my little picnic table. And I want to just kind of talk about it because with my Delta 3, just on this past Sunday, actually literally just a week ago, I was out tailgating with my dad. We were at the football game, and you know how many people stopped and said, "What is that?" While everybody's bringing charcoal and gas to the tailgate, we brought our EcoFlow. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it on with one touch of a button, and then this unit's gonna turn on. Now this is easy, this is simple. I didn't have to worry about bringing a generator that weighs 70 pounds that I just needed somebody to help me get out of the car and put it in the back. I didn't need to worry about bringing a gas can and putting it in the back of my car, or charcoal or propane. This is easy and it's simple and it's clean. What you'll notice is we have that display. We also have all of these different outlets right here. Yes, it's the Delta 3, and we're gonna show you what you can power, and then as we're showing you that, I'm gonna go ahead and start plugging everything in. Whether it's your phone, whether it's your electronics like your cameras, your tablets, your laptops, your electric kettles so that you can heat up your water for tea and for coffee, or even a coffee maker, an induction cooker, which we're gonna show you inside, and we're actually gonna be grilling inside. Whether it's all the way up to a washing machine in our refrigerator and our CPAP machine, when you're looking at this list, this Delta 3 is gonna power 90% of your home appliances, and we talked about innovation. This is packed in to the most innovative power station that we have ever done here at HSN. We had our Delta 1300, which was the flagship. We had our Delta 2, which we launched just a little bit over a year ago. And now we have our Delta 3, an even better battery station and battery power inside. Now again, I was just talking about it, but I want to show you, and I'm going to do it. Plug this in really quickly here, and what do I got? I'm just gonna go ahead and press my AC button right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on this little power strip that I've got everything connected to. And right here, I'm just gonna set this down because I want you to see, I've got my little margarita machine. So if I wanted to just go ahead and use my margarita machine, I could, but I wanna go ahead and I wanna cook something really quickly. If you're thinking about emergencies, now I'm showing this, of course, outside, but this could be inside of your house. I've just got some chicken nuggets. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in really quickly right here, press power, set to 370 degrees, and I'm cooking. This can be inside your home. This can be outside your home. This can be the fun stuff like cooking and or making that margarita machine. How do you want to enjoy life indoors and outdoors with something that is only 28 pounds, one of the most innovative products that has probably passed through the hallways here at HSN? And when we talk about it being new, this is something that when we launched it just a few years ago with the Delta 2, we added something called LFP batteries. LFP is what you'll find in all of these brand new electric vehicles. And the reason why they've evolved to that is because they last longer, they're lighter weight, they're more affordable, and because they charge even faster. And all of that same technology is packed in to your Delta 3. Now the Delta 3 is even better because we used to only get 3, I say we only used to, just a little over a year ago. That's how quickly technology changes. Only have about 3,000 life cycles in our power station. You now have 4,000 life cycles, meaning if you were to recharge this or deplete it and recharge it once a day, it would take you well over 11, 12 years before your battery wouldn't charge all the way up to 0 to 99%, 0 to 88%. That's the power that you're getting. Everything is even faster. Recharge rate used to be over an hour. It is now under an hour from 0 all the way up to 100%, Adam. So when you want to be able to recharge this in a pinch, you can. And of course, since you're getting the solar panel, it's going to charge even faster with your solar panel. And we're giving you a 160 watt option to get with it, but you can have up to 500 watts of total solar. And of course, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, we're still cooking chicken nuggets, and it's using 1,400 watts of power. We can use 1,800 watts of power to be able to cook on an induction burner, a flat little griddle, or even that air fryer indoors or outdoors.
We do want to take a moment as well, not only to welcome Justin, but to welcome the entire EcoFlow team, many of which are here tonight in the building in St. Petersburg, Florida, and watching around the world. This is a massive debut and an amazing premiere for us as we launch the newest version. This is the Delta 3, the brand new best-in-class from EcoFlow. You see the design, it's evolved, it's a little different. Now a much enhanced onboard display screen, giving you more information, easier to understand. We're able to power so much from so little, because this is small when you think about it, versus, as Justin showed you, that traditional generator. I'm thrilled that Justin was able to kind of go through some of those other elements, right? Because it is portable power. And if we're going camping, if we're going tailgating, if we're going for a trip in the RV, we can take this with us wherever we go. But when we really look at the focused reason why so many people have such fond thoughts of their EcoFlow, it's because it is there for them when nothing else is. It's because whether you lived through a hurricane this year, as so many of our friends and family and colleagues did here in St. Petersburg, Florida, whether you've been through a flood, a fire, a storm, any type of natural disaster or power outage, it's devastating. It's harrowing, it's scary, because when the power goes out, everything stops. The hum of the AC unit stops. The television goes black. The refrigerator turns off. The food in the freezer, obviously everything starts to melt. I can't use the medical device that perhaps I'm reliant on. Certainly the medication that needs to be refrigerated, we're in trouble. When you think about information from the internet, my laptop, the modem, the router, all of that relies on power. It's all off. When you have no power, life stops, and it really stops instantly. Now, you know when the power goes out at home and it's just gone out for 10 or 15 minutes. You're outside looking through the window. Is it out at the next door neighbor's house? What about down the road? 20, 30, 40 minutes go by and you start to get a bit itchy about it. And then finally it comes on, whew. But it's when it's beyond that. It's when it's 2, 3, 4 hours or 2, 3, 4 days. You have to have a backup plan and you have to have power. I want to be clear about a couple things. If you are price shopping and price comparing, we have the best value and the exclusive bundle on the EcoFlow Delta 3. I can tell you that based on this initial reaction, our producer Kevin just let me know, we have now surpassed 500 sold in our opening moments here live on television, which means a couple things. A lot of folks have been waiting for this Today Special. A lot of people have been wanting this Today Special, and a lot of people have been seeing this Today Special at this price. The two offers that we have are the EcoFlow with the trolley. So EcoFlow with the trolley, we're including it, and that price on the EcoFlow with trolley is $529.99. If you do EcoFlow, trolley, and solar panel, the price is $629. It's $100 more. But that solar panel normally retails for between $450 and $699. So you're only spending $100 more, but getting nearly $500 of extra value. Out of over 500 orders placed, 450 of those orders have been in the bundle, which means that the bundle, of course, will sell out very fast today. Let's keep going. If you are looking at this saying, this is too good to be true, sincerely, the reason why we have this offer, as Justin will share with you, Justin, HSN and EcoFlow have a partnership that goes back to the very beginning.
Nearly a decade now, which is unbelievable. And we talk about, as I was mentioning outside, this being a disruptor. You know, EcoFlow 6 years ago decided, why don't we do something that nobody else is doing? Create these power stations that are not just storage of power, but they have the ability to have the output of power to, in many ways, not just be an alternative, but be a true substitute from what we're used to, what we were just showing you outside, those generators that we're kind of becoming archaic. We're not only familiar with them, we're afraid of them in many ways. We can't own them. So 6 years ago, we launched EcoFlow. 6 years later, we're the #1 power station brand in the United States. #1 go-to power brand here at HSN. Now, we're saying it's the Delta 3, so of course that means what? It's the third version, right? But when it gets better, doesn't it seem like it get more expensive? No. And that's one of the craziest parts about EcoFlow. When we innovate, everything about this gets better. The design, the physical design has changed. For the first time ever, you're seeing a design that you've never seen before. This is that brand new next generation, as well as that beautiful next generation display. And that display, in many ways, is very familiar and similar to what you're used to. It's going to show you every bit of information that you need, your percentage, your wattage, your time, right up here for how long you can run any of your appliances. And when I say any, remember, when you're looking at this, this can run 90% of your home appliances. So what's different? When we think about what are you going to call it, we always say, it's an electric generator. You know what it is? It's peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's warmth. It's your ability to cook. It's your ability to feel safe. It's your ability to feel happy when we're outside. Now, I've got my light and I've got my fan plugged in. When the lightning strikes, the power goes out. What we've seen recently with the amount of lightning, I'm thinking lightning. Ice that's on all of these power lines right now, what happens? All that power goes out. Why should the power go out in your home? Why? Well, often because we're relying on what? Well, not just the power, our power plants, but of course, maybe it is that generator. But if it's raining, if it's a hurricane, and like we just experienced where I was completely flooded out, I can't get to my generator, or if it's snowing out, I want to stay where it's safe inside my home. With one touch of a button, I just turn my light on and my fan on. I'm not in a dark home anymore. I'm not in a hot home anymore. And now I've got that power right here. I didn't have to stress. I didn't have to worry about going and maintaining a gas generator. It's easy and it's simple. It's one of the things that we love about it. Okay, next thing I want to show you is the big thing. You know, I wanted to make sure, because we talk about this so much during our presentations, is all the food that's in a refrigerator. I just went to the grocery store. I just wanted to get some stuff, $100, easy. No, we don't even think about it anymore. All of that food, and let me tell you, when you're out of power for 2 weeks, you think about all the food that you can store, then you start to really have that fear kick in when all of a sudden that power's out for 2 days and 3 days, and you start to think, how are we going to keep all that food that we just bought cool? You know, my family just recently was hit by 6 different tornadoes that was over on the East Coast. So in Florida, we think hurricanes. And I can tell you, one of the scariest things is a tornado. Now, I just talked about being in town for the football game, but when I was just in town for Christmas, I drove through their neighborhood. Just pure devastation. They were out of power for 2 weeks. You know why they were well, they weren't out of power. Their street was. Do you know why they weren't out of power? Because they had their EcoFlow.
Yeah.
If they didn't have their EcoFlow for 2 weeks, what would they be doing? They were able to power up their refrigerator, their freezer, to keep all of that food cool. Here's the next thing I want to show you. It's not just keeping your food cool. I've got my little, I love this, my little food right here. I'm going to put it right here into the grill because I want you to think about this. Okay, we're out of power. This is exactly what I did during that recent hurricane. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I plug it into the front here. And what I want you to notice too is I've got my light, I've got my fan, I've got my refrigerator all plugged in. I haven't unplugged a thing, and I'm just going to go ahead and plug in that induction burner. I'm going to set it right here, turn it on, and then I'm just going to go ahead and set that power on right here. So we talked about sustainability. Not only are we going to have sustainability and power to all of our electronics, what about the electronics that cook that food, to cook that sustainability for us? So in just a few seconds, this food's gonna start to sizzle. It's gonna be edible. Whether it's microwavable food, whether it's food that we can griddle, whether it's being in a dark home, all of those things. Adam, I know we joke about this, but this is something that is so different, so unique, and even after 6 years, is still at the top of everybody's mind for priority. We need backup power, and we need a plan. This is the best plan that we can think of.
Well, it's modern day technology, and we have to take advantage of that. You know, everything improves, right? I mean, televisions get thinner and smarter, mobile phones get smaller and smarter. And when it comes to backup power, it's moved on. It's gone from these gasoline-powered generators that have to live outside, that are not user-friendly, that are hard to use, very, very expensive. If if you've bought a typical generator, thousands of dollars, and it's evolved to now this type of next-generation power station. We are at $529 or $629 for absolute peace of mind. And you just, I mean, you can say it, slice it and dice it any which way, but there is no price that you can put on that kind of peace of mind. As Justin takes us through these scenarios and we start thinking about what's involved, being able to eat, being able to power the microwave, being able to preserve the food that we just spent a lot of money on, being able to keep, that normalcy. We think about keeping warm. It's freezing outside. If you lose power and you don't have any heating, what are we going to do? We're going to freeze. We don't want that. Now we can plug in the heater. In the summer, we're going to get too hot. We're going to plug in the fan. We're going to be relying on a power backup that works for us rather than against us, that works with us in a way that is so easy. You know, it often goes unsaid, and I do want to take a moment to make mention of this. You know, it's easy to suggest that losing power is scary, and we all can appreciate that. But I want to also speak to the people out there that live alone at home, who don't have that other person laying next to them in bed, who don't have that other person sat across from them in the living room. If you live alone and the power goes out for an hour or a day or beyond, it is a very, very, very scary situation because we don't have that other person that we can rely on, that we can lean on, that we can work it through with. And what I have read over these past 6 years is a tremendous number of powerful and compelling reviews that talk to that exact point. That having an EcoFlow is that friend, that partner that you can lean on, that we know is always there for us. So if the power goes out, I'm gonna grab my EcoFlow. Heck, I'm gonna wheel in my EcoFlow because we're gonna send you the trolley. And I know that if I don't have the other person there with me, if I live alone and don't have a wife or a husband, I know I can plug in the things that I need and this will power them for me. I don't have to rely on anyone else. That is incredible. And it's one of the areas that EcoFlow has excelled at. It gives us all that sense of empowerment. One thing I can't fail to mention as well is the HSN advantage, and that is that we have this on FlexPay. Nobody else does that. We're gonna take our lowest prices on the brand new Delta 3, the best in class, and we're gonna make sure that if you just want the EcoFlow and the trolley, I can send this to you for $106 plus tax. We're gonna do the shipping and handling, it's free. If you do the EcoFlow trolley and of course the solar panel, which is accounting for 95% of all the orders, this is on FlexPay of $126 plus tax, so we'll send it out to you right now. If you have an HSN credit card, we'll do VIP financing, 12 months or 18 months, depending on which you buy, and that can bring the price down to as little as $35 a month. If you want to apply for the HSN card, we'd love to have you on board. You can certainly apply tonight. A lot of people get approved instantly, and you could actually save an additional $10. Take advantage of this while it's here. Our team are letting me know, producer Kevin, you say now 700 orders have been placed. Is that correct? Okay. 700 orders have been placed. It's the end of the year. We've obviously bought a lot of things for a lot of people over the holidays. This is something we need to definitely get for ourselves and our loved ones. And Justin, with an industry-leading 5-year warranty and the incredible upgrades that you spoke about, there has been no better time than now. Yeah, the reason why it has that 5-year warranty is because it is that new battery system. You know, on our older power stations, not that long ago, they didn't have the innovative battery system that's in here. We call that LFP. Now we have our second version or our second generation LFP, and that was part of our Delta 2 series. This is our Delta 3. And all of the power stations that we have that have LFP batteries, they all have 5-year warranty. But a lot of the technology that you see in this Delta 3 was only available in power stations that were $2,000, $3,000, all the way up to $20,000. Not anymore. Wow. We were able to take that technology and put it into a flagship model, our Delta. And you know, Adam, we talked about it. What's Delta? Delta is where that series where you can now power 90% of your home appliances and beyond. Now, when we say power appliances, what are those appliances? Look around your house. What have you used today? It's not just your phones, it's your lights, your fans. It's the things that you need. It's what we see all the time, and after the past 6 years, Adam and I have spoken to so many of you. It's your CPAP machines, it's your dialysis, it's your oxygen machines. And it's this. You know, we think about this being fun, but when I tell you you can cook your food with this, that is something that is a true necessity. You can see right now the food is actually truly cooking. We've got 1,400 watts of power that's coming from this induction burner right now. Do you know how nice it would be to know that even if you're out of power for a day, that you can do this, that you can cook your family breakfast, that you can cook your family dinner, that you can cook your family lunch, whatever it might be, inside or outside. And what is going to power? It's going to power all of those things that we just talked about, like that CPAP machine, like that nebulizer that I rely on, like being able to keep that refrigerator cool, not just for our food, but for our medicine, like our insulin, for those of you who are type 1 diabetic like my sister. Being able to cook your food and the essential things of life, all those things that we talk about, you know what's essential? Power. And we need to prioritize that more than ever. And so what I have now, of course, we're cooking food, but outside of using this induction burner, what's the other stuff? I want to come back over to the refrigerator. Now, I've got the refrigerator off because I want you to think, okay, we spent how much money on all that food? Walking back over to the power station, one touch of a button, that's it. The beginning of the presentation, we showed you what a generator looks like. Do you know how pain in the butt that is to get it ready? I've got to drag that thing out. It's got to be 20 feet away from the home. I have to have a long enough extension cord, at least 100 feet from me, to be able to get it up a hill. Then I need to make sure that's actually going to run. Mine didn't run.
I was gonna get it ready for the hurricane so I could use it to power up my power stations, and it didn't work. That battery on there was dead. But thank God, I powered up all my power stations and I was prepared. So now I've got my refrigerator going. I just went to the grocery store and I wanted to make sure I got some microwavable stuff, because this is the quick and easy stuff. When we have our freezer, that food's gonna stay cool for a long time. So you can plug in your refrigerator, and you don't need it to stay plugged in all the time. Just go ahead and cool it down, and then let it, of course, cool itself back up, and then go ahead and turn and unplug it. You can start to prioritize. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this to, let's see, about a minute. Now, of course, it's probably gonna be roughly about, I don't know, let's just say, I think like probably 4 or 5 minutes for that food in there, but I just wanna go ahead and do it. You know how many times you could do that? When we show that display on the power station, it should say roughly about 1,600 watts of power, 1,700, nearly 1,800 watts of power. We're still at 74%. We've cooked all of this steak and all of this meat right here on that induction burner. We've got 1,800 watts. We still have a refrigerator plugged in. We still have our light. We still have our fan. And then, you know what? Let's break it down even further. And something that's inside of our home that only weighs 28 pounds and has the most innovative technology of any of the power stations that we have done right here. And it's still portable, and it's still mobile. And as Adam said, even more mobile than ever, because we also did that trolley. I begged them to build something like that for you. We finally have done it. So whether you're looking at that and you're saying 28 pounds, maybe that's still a little bit heavy. Well, as soon as you get it at home, put it in that trolley, and it never has to leave that trolley again, and it never has to leave your home. Now you have it on your trolley. You can move it around your house, from the living room to the kitchen to the bedroom, which we're going to show you in just a little bit. And the nice thing about EcoFlow is that we have a true ecosystem. So as soon as you get this at home, you can rest assured that it's going to grow with you in so many different ways.
The multi-talented Justin Hyatt, or maybe I should say Chef Justin tonight.
Thank you.
I love this. He's got a whole 3-course meal going on. There's a lot to dive into still. We, already nearly 30 minutes into the presentation. Justin, I'll meet you over there in a few seconds, and we'll go through those if that's okay, sir. Guys, we see you, and I'm thrilled and I'm excited. Again, the team from EcoFlow who are here tonight, this is a very big night in the history books for EcoFlow. It is the debut of their brand new Delta 3, the brand new model. I've never seen it before. Nobody has. It is an all-new design. Everything is new about it, upgraded inside and outside. Inside and outside, it is more capable, more powerful than it has ever been by far. And even just thinking and listening to what Justin was showcasing then, you understand the difference versus a power station that could do a mini fridge, right? The small things. These are the big things. These are the big appliances. It's that AC unit. It's that heater, the full-size refrigerator, the 80-inch television. It's the full-size whole home solution. Whole home solution. That is what is so key. It is their flagship series, and obviously our pricing today is encouraging a lot of folks to order. Maybe you were somebody who struggled through this year like we all did here in Florida with all the crazy natural disasters, or maybe it's been on your mind because it affected friends or family. We have to have backup power. I mean, that's the thing about this presentation. There's no debate. When Justin shares the information with us, we all know it to be true, and we all understand that we should have it. So why don't we have it? Well, those of us that live in condos and apartments don't have generators because we're not allowed one. We can't have a typical generator out there on the balcony, right? So we don't have one. For those of us that have looked at home generators, we know they can be thousands of dollars, and then we're not quite certain about how we're going to use them. Remember, one of the other big advantages about this generator is, unlike a gas generator, when you run out of gas, the generator stops. When this runs out of power, we're going to go outside and recharge it with the rays of the sun. This is going to keep giving you power again and again and again and again, free of charge. That is the genius thing. So not only does this not cost thousands of dollars to recharge, it's also free. I did do some math, and I'm not great at math, but even I can work out that if you go for the bundle, you're saving nearly 50%. The normal price is around $1,200. We're doing it for around $600. So the savings today are enormous. This is our only scheduled today special with this flagship series, with the Delta 3. Obviously, we do what we can with EcoFlow because so many of you love this brand. They are available in the premier retailers across the country, but our value today is extraordinary and it's exclusive. So where we have a problem is simple. Because over 95% of the orders are coming through in the bundle, it means that the bundle will sell out. You see the two prices there, the $529, $629. I'm not worried about $529. The $529 is just the EcoFlow and the trolley. I have enough of those. It's that other price, the $629. If that's the one you want, I would order sooner rather than later. You know, it's a Sunday, folks wake up and this will be flying out the door. The $629 price relates to the fact that you're getting the solar panel. And when you do the math there, that solar panel normally retails anywhere from $450 to $700. Whereas if you buy it in the bundle, you're only paying $100 for it, which is fantastic. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about is that this is a system that can grow with you. As your life changes, as your needs change, this can grow with you. And EcoFlow Delta 3 is more versatile than it's ever been. Justin, will you take us through, and we'll flip our graphics as you talk us through each of the additional pieces that you might want to think about along the way?
Yeah. I talked about it being an ecosystem. That's one of the really fun things about getting an EcoFlow. One, you're getting the #1 brand. Two, you're getting a unit that can grow in many different ways. And in fact, if you've already purchased an EcoFlow, a lot of the extra batteries that we've had in the past will work with your Delta 3.
Fantastic.
If you don't have them, that's okay, because we have that Delta 3 extra battery, and to me, it's one of the coolest extra batteries that we've ever done.
Why?
It's stackable, it's smaller. Instead of what you used to see with an extra battery, it would look exactly like the unit itself, except that it just didn't have the outlets. Now, a unit just like this is half the price and still the same amount of capacity.
Wow.
So what we just did is we just doubled our time. We just doubled our capacity. We have roughly about a little over 1,024 watt hours of power right here in our main unit. We just doubled it. And all we had to do is take this and stack it right here. It weighs lighter. And as you can see right here, the profile, it looks gorgeous and looks beautiful. Smaller unit, yet still the same power. I love it. For, as you can see, less than $500, you can now double the amount of time. So when we talk about and show you all the different things that it can power, what you're essentially doing is, now I double the time for my microwave.
Yes.
I double the time for how long I can cook my food, or keep my food cool, or keep myself cool. Just with this. You know, extra batteries, when we do these presentations, often very, very popular because of the value, and obviously because it makes sense. This is another tank of gas, essentially, and it's just one cable that you daisy chain right here to the back of each unit. It's simple, it's easy, and to double your power instead of also doubling your price makes so much sense.
If you do want the extra battery, there are 250 of those now left. I know our team are going to work throughout the day to fulfill whatever request, because Justin, I know you can't see from where you've been positioned, but we are way ahead of where we anticipated in terms of orders coming through. So the extra batteries are now nearly sold out. So if you do want that, that is last call. After the extra battery, two other things. This protective bag is spectacular.
It's the first time I've seen this bag, not just tonight, but this is the first time that we've done this. It's specific for your Delta 3. It's got every single pocket, the actual material. You know, one of the things that we do is we always make premium products.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether it's our power stations, all the way down to even power banks, and of all of our accessories. That bag has every single pocket and vent that you can possibly need. Whether you're using it with your trolley, it's still gonna make it even more portable, but of course it's also gonna be something that I think for $50, why would you not pick it up to keep your investment protected as well? Whether it's dirt, whether it's just bangs, you know, getting it dinged up, I think it's something that you have to have.
And that's normally $70, so there's a good discount on that. That's the protective bag. Again, when you're not using your EcoFlow, you could store it in there, and certainly in terms of on the move and on the go, that makes sense to do that. Finally, it's the additional solar panels.
Yeah, and again, back to the growth aspect of this. Not only can you double your capacity when it comes to your extra battery, but when it comes to the solar panels, what you can do now is what we call a solar array. With these solar arrays, you can actually daisy chain the solar panels to each other and create a solar array, and then increase your 160 watts, and then double and triple it when you get these additional 2 packs of 160 watts. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, why do I want more solar? The more solar you have, the faster you'll be able to recharge your power station. You know what I was doing? Well, when we would run out of power on our power station after a week and a half or after a week, I take it outside, and that's me refueling for free via the sun. And creating these different solar arrays is very easy and simple. There's tons of videos, or you can even reach out to me. This is one of those things, whether you're getting the extra batteries or the extra solar panels, I would recommend getting both, but definitely consider, because you get 500 watts of total solar input, get the extra solar panels if you can swing it.
This is one of those purchases that you buy and you have for years and years and years. We have a little bit of hold. HSN.com will certainly get you to the front of the line. You can scan the QR code or the HSN mobile app. The bundle is accounting for now in excess of 95% of all the orders. That is nearly 50% off the regular retail price of approximately $1,200. Do FlexPay, it just makes it affordable. It means we get it now in the middle of winter when it's important that we've got that backup power. It makes all the sense. I also want to clarify, no matter which you choose, everybody receives the trolley. Everybody receives the trolley without any question of doubt. We're going to go into the bedroom next to show you some other reasons and areas where you'd use this. I should also make mention that when you order this or anything on HSN, you have our 30-day return policy. If you don't love it, of course, you call us and we'll organize that return for you for a refund of the purchase price. #1 brand in America, doing the most things in this field, in this arena, with the best innovation, and we are really excited to have their newest version as we usher in the new generation. It's right there. This is the Delta 3, the new flagship. You can buy the old model for this price. We have the new model for this price, which is why the reaction tonight has been so huge. Obviously, I recommend EcoFlow. I have EcoFlow. Virtually everybody in here has EcoFlow. Our camera guy, the amazing James, his beautiful daughter who was just born, Madeline, you know, very, very young, just a few months old. James was talking to me before the show about how he has to have backup power. All of us have different situations in life, and those situations invariably mean that we have to have a plan, right? I mean, that's the reality, Justin. We can't just, you know, hope that things are okay. We have to have backup power.
We have to. And look, there's things that happen that we simply can't plan for. You know, I talked about that tornado. 6 tornadoes touched down over on the East Coast when we had our hurricane. Now you're thinking hurricane, and you're all the way on the East Coast while the hurricane's on the West Coast. One of those hurricanes, F3 tornado, went 21 miles. My dad outside of the home, my mom inside. She goes and steps outside, sees the tornado, yells at him to come inside. In 15 seconds, they run into the closet, they cover themselves up, and like a freight train, like you hear on in the movies and the news, in 15 seconds it was over. And they go outside, and the homes in front of them, they're not there. Trees gone. There's things that we just simply can't necessarily plan for, but we can when it comes to power. There's things that we can get ready for. When you get your Delta 3 at home, you know that no matter what happens, you've got your insurance policy, you've got your peace of mind. You have that one investment that's gonna last you, not for a year or 2 years, for at least, at a minimum, the next 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about innovation, the nice thing is that we're doing it now, not next year. We're doing it right now, so that you get to kick off next year knowing that you've got this at home, so that the year, this next year in 2025, is it 2025 or is it 2026?
We're going into 2025, Justin.
Okay. I don't know what year it is anymore. 2025. And so what is that? That means all the way to 2035.
Yep.
2035.
Yep.
Now remember, you're getting the latest and greatest, and I say that a lot because it's constantly evolving and getting better. This is the first time that we've ever done it, and this is the only place that you can find this and the configuration.
You break it down over 10 years, it's like $60 a year if you go for the bundle. I mean, you can't ask for more. And again, once you've got it, you have that peace of mind.
Yeah.
Justin, anything else you want to show us in the bedroom before we take a quick break?
Well, I know we're running out of time for the break. I just wanted to give you a quick little teaser.
Please.
Think CPAP machine, think heating blanket, think portable air conditioning unit, whether it's also a portable heater. We love heating blankets. They last longer. How about a blow dryer? Adam and I don't really need these, but maybe some of you do. CPAP machine, that's something that we hear so much. You're always looking for something to keep that going. It's often what leads you to EcoFlow, whether it's here or not, but often it's what leads you here as well at HSN, because we're one of the best places to get EcoFlow.
Guys, we are going to take a quick moment out just to process some of these orders that are coming through. We are extremely busy. I also want to make sure that we're all on the same page. When we sell out of the EcoFlow Delta 3, there are no more. I have other EcoFlows. I've got the Delta 2 and the smaller models, but we took everyone we could from EcoFlow for the big debut and premiere. This is the newest version that you're getting at the lowest price, we believe, anywhere in the country. I cannot recommend it enough, and I'm so excited that our pricing today is so competitive and affordable. On FlexPay, now we can afford to have that peace of mind. Let's not worry, let's not be fearful, let's have EcoFlow and keep that power flowing. Grab yours now, I'll see you in 60 seconds after the break.
My face needs a fresher look.
Got anything for dry skin?
This hair could use a pick-me-up.
Have you heard of Nakery?
Naked who?
From anti-aging treatments to body care and more, we help women look good and feel confident. Try Nakery for a radiant glow, baby soft skin, and hair bigger than your grandma's stamp collection.
Ooh, tell me more.
We're science-backed and an HSN clean beauty brand. Nakery, inspired by women, uniquely made for you.
There's a lot of great benefits to cleaning with our Happy Place products.
We chose plant-based ingredients so you're not breathing in fumes.
People think, can it work well?
And it does. If we can get your home clean, that's what makes your home a happy place.
The HSN deal is a great value that we bring to you every day. Thanks to our long and valued partnerships with the brands you love most, we are able to offer amazing products at great values. Shop the HSN deal with confidence from us to you. Say hello to a beautiful year. Join us for 4 days of new to you finds. Discover beauty, Patricia Nash handbags, and kitchen must-haves. Explore style picks from Diane Gilman, the latest in electronics and wellness finds. New to you deals.
We have a special offer for you. Take 15% off your next single item purchase when you sign up for HSN Text. Plus, stay up to date on the latest promos and events. Love to save? Just text HSN to 70514. Happy shopping.
Well, we have made it outside here in St. Petersburg, Florida, to show you some of the other areas, the other applications of our today's special. Obviously, EcoFlow is the name. And we talk about power in emergencies because that's at the root core of it. But there's also other areas that you can use this.
Look, 99% of the time, it's going to be for the fun stuff. And that's what we love about when you invest in EcoFlow is that it's not something that just sits there like that. That usually just sits there. That generator that just sits in your garage or sits in your storage unit and just gathers dust. And for me, it sat there and we wait for an emergency to happen for something like that. Because that's not something, by the way, I couldn't even lift this up into the back of my car by myself, let alone get it out by myself. I don't want to put gasoline in my car. You know, in an emergency, in all these different hurricanes, these are a hot commodity. You can't even get the gas cans. Why are we doing and only relying on this, which it's not even all that reliable. Mine won't even start. That battery is dead, meaning I can't even get that generator running. Except, let me run over here to the car. This is something that you can rely on. Something that doesn't have to be tossed in with somebody else where you need help to get thrown into the car. You can grab it yourself at 28 pounds. That needs maintenance. That needs a place. This fits right into your closet. Or if you want, put it right there on that trolley. And I love the fact that, you know, often we say, well, you get the trolley if you only get the bundle. Not this time.
Everybody's getting the trolley.
Everybody gets the trolley.
Let's wheel this over. You just said something, Justin, that I really hit home. Zero maintenance. Zero maintenance. Maintenance nightmare, zero maintenance. Thousands of dollars potentially, $500 or $600 if you order the today's special. Massive, small, noisy, silent. Sustainable with the solar panel to keep recharging it, this reliant on gasoline that might be an issue in an emergency. When you compare the two, there is no comparison.
You run out of this, you don't run out of sun. Instead of refueling with just gasoline, now we refuel with our solar panel. Now, not only that, if we want to refuel it, remember with that extra battery, you can now double your capacity. Instead of thinking about having a generator that, you know, I talked about this last time we've been on air, you know, during the hurricane, I went and I was grabbing more power stations out. I was handing it off to a lot of my neighbors. There was a gentleman who went to the storage unit. That gas generator has sat there for 3 years. 3 years. When we talk about, yes, you know, are there emergencies that happen all the time? Certainly not. You know, there's a lot of fun stuff that happens in between. A lot. That's not fun. This is fun. That right there, that's something that when you get it, it sits and it waits. This doesn't sit and wait. It kind of just gets you going to think about what's next. What are we going to do with it?
It's the end of the year. We've had a wonderful holiday time. We've bought presents for all of our loved ones, hopefully, and now it's a time to really look for bargains and deals and get set for the new year. When we talk about happy and healthy new you, and we're going to refresh and refocus, let's head into 2025 with eyes wide open. Let's head into 2025 prepared, knowing that we've experienced a turbulent 2024 with hurricanes and everything else that's been going on in the world of natural disasters. Let's know that in 2025, if there is an issue for an hour or a day or beyond, we have backup power. So let's have the right tool for the job, and this is the EcoFlow solution. That's what EcoFlow does. EcoFlow makes many great products. We're offering their brand new flagship model at the lowest price. We have the debut of the EcoFlow Delta 3. Let's do this. They're telling me, folks, we have about 15 or 16 minutes left. I'm gonna head inside and leave you out here with Justin for a few moments to take us through some other scenarios. If you would like to order yours, the bundle, which includes the solar panel, is by far the most popular. It's been teetering 90 to 95% of all the sales. We're now over 95% of all the orders, and we are about to hit 1,000 sold. I don't have thousands of these. I have a few, not thousands and thousands. So definitely, if you want the bundle, order before you go to bed tonight. I'm not worried about the $529 option, which is just the EcoFlow. I have enough of those right now to go around, but the other one is getting limited. And with FlexPay available on any credit card and with VIP financing available, we've made it better and easier and more accessible than it has ever been before. Justin, I'll head inside, leave you out here for a few seconds. It is in the history book of EcoFlow and HSN, this is a massive night.
It is. You know, it's not very often that we get to be able to just launch something new, let alone launch something new as a Today Special. I mean, Adam was just telling you what it typically is and what it is now. So you're getting the latest and greatest for nearly half off. I mean, how does that make any sense? We want to show you outside because, again, we talk about emergencies, but emergencies aren't the only reason why you invest and why you get an EcoFlow. It's also this. You know, when I just went to the football game with my dad, you know what? This is the type of thing when we talk about with life that you enjoy, that you want to make better. We talk about camping and glamping, being able to then just take it outside. You know, we actually just had a baby shower this past weekend too on that Saturday just before the Dolphin game, a beautiful baby shower. And you know what we did? We had a TV outside, and I'm just realizing I don't have my TV. We had a TV outside. We had the food going. We had everybody was able to plug their phone in. All those little things. That's how you can make life even that much better. And then you know what? When there's an emergency, you still grab your EcoFlow. Now I want to just kind of show you really quickly. I plugged in a little extension cord, and what I've got right back here is I got my blender. The fun stuff like this, right? Being able to actually use a blender and make margaritas so that I can come back over here and say, you know what? It's New Year's. I would love to be able to have a little celebration. And you know what goes great with margaritas? Now, this might sound crazy to some of you, but chicken nuggets. Okay, maybe not. But I just wanted to make sure that I had some chicken nuggets out here because I wanted you guys to see how easy it would be to go ahead and grab these and use an air fryer to be able to cook your food and do it outdoors, grilling without a grill, without propane, without gas, without coal, without emitting all of those different fumes and gas. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll hit start and power. This is my air fryer from home. These are the simple things that we love and we enjoy that you can do outdoors and that yet you can do indoors. Tailgating doesn't have to be at a game. Tailgating can be in your backyard. Tailgating can be right there on your patio, on your balcony, in the front yard. This is something that you can take with you and you can enjoy. And then when you're not just having a great time, because unfortunately there are those moments where life happens, where the power goes out, where it's a blackout or rolling blackout or a whiteout because we're in those winter storms, or it's just high wind, or it's those tornadoes or hurricanes. Then that same thing that we use every week, every day, now you can use it for emergencies. You know, one of the unique things about the Delta 3 is that it's the first time in this size and this capacity of a power station that we are able to say it's also a UPS, meaning that it has a 10 millisecond switchover. So when I say use it every single day, you can have this connected to all of your electronics at home. You have a home office? Do you know somebody has a home office? You can have it all plugged right here into your EcoFlow, and when you lose power, guess what? Your EcoFlow is going to automatically switch over, uninterrupted power source. First time we can ever say that with a capacity this size, and continue to power all those different electronics. Medications, medical devices, electronics. Adam, this is better in every single way. It looks better. I love that we're doing it this year because, of course, you know, next year is 2025.
It is a really remarkable upgrade, and EcoFlow never stands still. I mean, they just don't. We have 10 minutes left. What a fast hour this has been. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to absorb, though, right? Because this is an evolving area. This technology didn't exist 10 years ago. We couldn't buy such a thing. And now we can buy the most powerful version at a price that's in the hundreds, not in the thousands. So it's now more accessible and affordable than it's ever been. It's important to recognize this is a whole home power solution. I can't stress that enough. We see power banks on the daily, right? Power banks that'll charge our phone and our tablet. This is your full-size refrigerator, the air conditioner, the 80-inch television, the laptop, the modem, the router. This is a power station that's going to power up that nebulizer, that CPAP machine, the light, the heater, all the things that we need. We can take it from room to room. We can carry it with the helper handles. We can put it on the trolley that we're including as well and wheel this from room to room so we don't have to carry it if we don't want to. With the solar panel bundle, that means we're never worried about running out of power. And it is a product that once you buy it, you've got it. For the next decade and perhaps beyond, you have a product that is going to be there. And you might use this every other day. You might use it to go camping, you might use it to go tailgating, or you might just use it if the power were to go out. But you've got it, and that box is checked. Like we have insurance on our car, we have that backup power plan for our home, for our apartment, condo, townhouse. We have the backup power that we need. Out of all the models that EcoFlow make, it's important to recognize this is the flagship. 8 minutes remain. Most popular, most limited, as it will be through the day, is the bundle at $629.99. 1,000 orders have been placed with free shipping and handling and flex pay. 13 output charging ports. 13 different things could be being powered at any one time. It's remarkable. You'll notice the style is a little different. Not only did they change what's inside, it's what's on the outside as well that's different. The new enhanced display screen, the recharge time, I mean, everything about it is a massive, massive leap forward to what it's ever been. If you are on hold, our team are going to get to you as fast as possible. If you do want to go to hsn.com, maybe you're snuggled up in bed on this winter's night, you can always just go to our website and add it to your cart and check out there. Don't forget to do the flex pay. Flex pay is $126 for the bundle plus tax, and we'll send it right to you so you have got it immediately. The thing is, we never know when something's going to happen, so I'd rather we had this yesterday. Get one as soon as you possibly can, because then it is job done. It's a monster hit tonight. It's not only because of the price, it's because of the brand. Justin, EcoFlow has carved out its niche and its area and this category as being truly the best in class, a most requested name by far.
Yeah, you know, when we think about being a disruptor, what's a disruptor? It almost sounds negative, right? But it's positive. It's positive because when we talk about innovation, we change something that, like we always say, well, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. But in many ways, we have. You know, we've always thought when it comes to backup power, there's only going to be our gas generator, there's always going to be, and only, our propane generator. But not anymore. You have a power station weighing only 20 pounds that'll power 90% of your home appliances. And not just a battery that sits like a car battery. It doesn't have so much of a, powerful output. What we did 6 years ago is we allowed you to finally be independent. And then what we did 6 years ago to today is we continue to innovate. And because we did that, we won you over. We have become the #1 go-to power brand right here at HSN. And not only that, the #1 power station brand in the United States. And you know what else we are? We're global. In over 111 different countries with tens of thousands of brand new customers across the world relying on EcoFlow. That is powerful.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Would you do me a favor?
Did you want it?
That smells real good.
It's a little rare.
I don't want it to get burnt. Would you just remind everybody of the extra battery?
Let's do that, yeah.
The team just let me know if you want the additional battery, we are now down to 100 left before it is sold out. I have 100 remaining before it is sold out. Why are so many people buying this extra battery?
This is what I was afraid of. And this is why I was begging the team to add more, because I knew we only had, what, 200?
Yeah, that's what we started.
It wasn't going to be enough. When you think about and you look at the value of the power station. Okay. And you say, well, should I just get 2? Should I get another power station? Well, if you did that, you double the price.
Yeah.
How about doubling the power without having to double the price? That's what this is. That battery right there, your extra battery, is another tank of gas for your power station. It stacks perfectly on top of your power station. It's even lighter weight. So all you do is you take one cable, and instead of us saying you have 15 hours on a refrigerator, guess what? You've got 30 hours on a refrigerator. That's how simple, and that's why I think we're about to sell out.
It stacks on top. I use the cable to connect it. Yeah. It's going to double my power.
And it doubles your power. It doesn't double your price.
So now we have less than 100 of those left. I just wanted to make you aware, because in our final 5-6 minutes, it's highly likely that that will go down to 0 remaining. So the extra battery, less than 100 now left. Justin, do you want to go back over there or over to the bedroom set?
Well, we didn't really do that. Do you want to go to the bedroom set?
Bedroom set,
okay. Yeah, now I know why you eventually start eating in those cooking shows, because you sit there and you smell the food the whole entire time, and you're thinking,
it's too tempting.
Okay, I guess I'll eat. You know, when we come over here into the bedroom, I do want you to think, when we talked about this being an uninterrupted power source, the other thing I want you to think about is, you know what you hear? Nothing. You don't hear anything. When we say it gets better and better, it's more and more silent. It's more and more powerful. In fact, this runs at roughly about 30 decibels, even at its highest wattage output. So even in your bedroom, while you're running all of those different things you might be running, like phones and lights and fans and maybe even a portable air conditioning unit, it's still going to be silent. In fact, you're going to hear this more than you're even going to hear your power station. Now, of course, I know we are getting limited on time here, so I will, instead of talk so much, I really want to show you. Again, we talked about the advantage of being able to have it on the trolley. And yeah, it only weighs 28 pounds. Feels even lighter when we have it on the trolley here. I'm just going to slide this over really quickly. You do have your, of course, 6 AC outlets, which is something I think is really unique as well. Just go ahead and turn it on really quickly right here, holding down that power button. I love that new next generation display. I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the CPAP machine. Oh, we really are running out of power. I'm running out of time. Time is power, isn't it? It's 2025.
I've heard. Or is it 2026?
This is when I forget, am I 36? Am I 35?
I thought you were 24. I'm so confused.
I am. You know what I got today? This is the problem when you see family you haven't seen for a while, and then they ask you how old you are, and then they go, wow, wow.
That's not the good reaction.
That's not, and I said, one wow was enough.
I'll take it.
You didn't have to do the second wow.
Well, just real fast, because Justin is bringing the wows tonight. I want to say a big thank you to the entire team from EcoFlow, who are again here tonight and watching all over the world for this massive, massive premiere, this debut. If you have not yet ordered yours, if it's in your shopping cart, please check out. Your order is not confirmed until it is. Please leave a review when you get it home. We have the biggest names and best brands, and when you offer them at these prices, Justin, it makes it undeniably irresistible. A product that is not and should not ever be a luxury, something we should all be able to have in our homes.
There aren't a lot of things that we can say, this is a necessity. When you think about what in your life is a necessity, it's our family, it's our power, it's our food. We need to have those things. This is something that completes our circuit, right? We think about the cycle of what we need to survive, and I hate to just break it down into something so dramatic, but truly, we need power. And Adam mentioned something earlier. We don't have often people to rely on. We don't have people right there. Don't you want something that's going to be that reliable source where you can feel like, you know what, I got this for me? When we think about getting ready for the new year, what do we always think? New year, new me. We always want to look good. We want to feel good. You know what makes me feel good? Knowing that I'm safe, I'm protected. You know what else makes me feel good? Knowing that I protected everybody in my family, that they've got EcoFlows. And you know when it's not an emergency, you know what I get texts and calls and FaceTimes about? when they're out and they say, look what I'm doing. I'm using my EcoFlow. Next year, when you're using your EcoFlow, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to think about all the fun things that you're going to be able to do next year in 2025. Go camping. Go do those things that you haven't done because you haven't had the ability to have power. If you don't go camping, don't worry. Maybe it's something at your home that you know like this. I've got it. And in 2025, I feel safe. I'm ready because in 2024, with Adam and Justin, I decided I'm going to make that decision.
My friend, thank you so much for your expertise and your guidance as always. Justin, our incredible EcoFlow expert. I'll see you throughout the day, my friend, and congratulations to you and the entire team. If you're in the ordering process, do not hang up. Obviously, we want to make sure your order is counted. EcoFlow 3 has arrived. The big day is finally here. Thank you for being a part.